Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Sunday morning of Double Down Sports. I'm Shrek, and we are here alongside with Swag this morning. Fuck him up. But it's good to be back this Sunday morning. Last Sunday I missed because I was at TwitchCon actually in San Diego, so that was a lot of fun. But happy to be back and ready to actually watch football, considering I missed football last Sunday, so that was a shame. But how are you doing this morning, Swag? All right, cool, sweet. Okay. I think I can hear you. I'm sorry. Wait, say something again real quick. Oh yes, this is the week it's gonna happen.
It's gonna get the 70-plus yarder.
Yeah.
Mile High. Oh, it's not called Mile High anymore. What's it called? The Denver Stadium.
Honestly, there's been a couple like name changes as far as like stadiums go over the past like couple years, and like
It's kind of hard to keep up, right?
Yeah. Like I still
Because I've been
still
named
call
so long.
Akershire Stadium the Pittsburgh Stadium. I still call that Heinz Field. Like I still call Denver Mile High. Like
Yeah, so we're going Mile High.
yeah.
So 70-yarder. It's happening today.
Hell yeah.
Ruled out of today's game against the New York Giants.
Oh, yeah.
You see, there's a lot of injuries today.
There are a fuck ton and a half of injuries today.
AJ
Brown's
out.
There's a realistic chance
That's why it's called Survival League.
Next game
For real.
after the bye at
Also, I gotta wait till Sunday night to watch my Steelers play tonight. Also,
you can build up the hype.
Huh?
Look,
You can build up the hype.
Oh, yeah.
John Harbaugh said he expected Lamar Jackson.
And then the thing is if Aaron Rodgers beats the Packers tonight, he's the fifth quarterback all time, I think, in NFL history to beat every single NFL team. I'm pretty sure. That's
That's a cool thing to do because
that's
I
an
mean,
extremely hard stat to get.
yeah, like beating every single team, let alone playing every single team, because some quarterbacks only play for one franchise,
Yeah.
so can't even be possible.
Yeah.
And
Seriously.
going up against your old like franchise or franchises, like I don't know, I feel like that's usually motivation for that quarterback to play most of the time at their best, because
Yeah.
not all the breakups are good breakups.
No. Yeah.
So
Rodgers played really well against the Jets the first game of the season for us and stuff. So maybe he'll do that again against Green Bay tonight. But there's a lot of really good games on today as well. It's expected to. Okay, so Tua may or may not play today. That's the thing.
who's their backup?
I was about to ask you that question because I don't know who the
Yeah,
Dolphins'
actually,
backup is.
I'm not too sure.
And
Off
what
the
is
top of my
Skylar
head.
Thompson? But I know he's in Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, I have no clue who it is. Yeah, Buzz, I think you're correct because AJ Brown's out. I think Devontae Smith is going to go off, like something like 10 catches for. I mean, that is if they throw the ball.
Yeah, for real.
Who knows if they're going to throw one week they'll throw both receivers will get over 100 yards, and the next week neither one of them will get over 10. Like what?
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to go off. I think just by how the game's going to go, they're going to have to throw the ball.
There's a couple different spreads I really like today, and I actually really like the spread in that game. I like the Giants +7 against the Eagles. Giants been playing some fucking ball, dude. The
Giants beat them last time, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they're +7. I don't get the whole +7 thing there.
Yeah, and the Giants are healthier than
than
the Eagles. Like last time, the Eagles had Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of and it wasn't like the Giants barely won. I mean, they dominated that game. Now maybe they kind of caught Philly by surprise,
Yeah.
So maybe I would have it I don't know, 5-4. 3,
Something like, I mean, the Giants are pretty good, dude. I mean, look at the Broncos game last week and stuff as well. Like,
Dude, they should have beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
All that had to happen was they call run plays. Don't throw the ball when you're up by that. Like I saw it happen, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
if they come out and they keep throwing, if Dart like throws a pick or something here, and they can get a quick score, this game is not over. And sure as shit, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And let alone like it
It's-
was a great play that the linebacker made, but like, I mean, you just run the ball. You got a rookie quarterback in there. Make it easier on them.
No, yeah, they could have won that game against the Broncos, a good Broncos team. So the Giants are playing with teams that are good teams that we would consider to be good teams now. So props to the Giants. I think Russell Wilson was definitely the problem there. They took him out and shit got a lot better.
I'll say this: the Giants are hands down the best 2-win team.
Yeah,
Like I can't believe they only have 2 wins with how
No,
how
yeah.
good they're playing.
I agree with that. Another thing too is not like completely different team here, opposite side. Going to the AFC, the Patriots are also playing really good. Like the thing about
Drake May, dude. Drake May is having he's a top 5 fantasy quarterback right now.
Yeah. My thing about the Patriots, right, is I think they're a good team. I think they're also kind of a fraud team. I say that for a couple of reasons. They lost to the Raiders, and then they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders, right? But they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Panthers. Like, yeah, they beat the Bills, right? But then they beat the Saints, the Titans.
Bills are frauds.
Like,
Bills are frauds.
yeah, I agree with you there. But I mean, just like look at the strength of their schedule for the rest of the year. They play the Browns, they play the Jets, they play the Bengals, they play like the Ravens, they play the Dolphins, they play the Jets again. Like that's
Wow, I think they're gonna make the playoffs. Like,
yeah, I think they might win their
pending a
division.
major injury.
And if they win games that they should win against, like the Falcons, and they played the Bucks and they played the Bills again then too. But I don't know, man. I don't see the Bills winning that division with how easy the strength of schedule is for the Patriots right there, which is kind of crazy. I didn't have that on my bingo card at the beginning of the year. The Patriots winning their division, but that's a very real thing. It's a very, very real thing, actually. They could a very good chance to win that division. They have a good chance to win the AFC as a whole, actually, if at the strength of schedule, which is kind of crazy. The AFC is wide open right now, by the way, like wide the fuck open. Like anybody. I mean, same with the NFC, but yeah, both division or both conferences are very close this year for who's going to get the number 1 seed. Like I don't know. I don't think anyone can like fully say right now, like, oh yeah, like this team's definitely getting the number 1 seed in AFC or NFC.
I would say if I had to like kind of pick like more off like just how they look and how they've been playing and their record, I would say
Yeah.
the Colts look
Yeah.
to win the AFC as like just from a eyeball standpoint. They've been playing really well. And then from the NFC, man, yeah, no one's really just like came out and just dominated.
Yeah.
Like just looked like okay, this is the team that's winning it. Like San Fran's they've been winning somehow.
Yeah, CMC is how. That's literally the only reason how. CMC scored the most amount of points out of any fantasy running back so far this year. So
yeah, they got a lot of injuries, but they've just been winning. And then Tampa, they just got beat pretty handedly. Detroit's looked pretty good. Green Bay has not looked good, but they're 4-1-1. And then Philly is 5-2, but they've like won by their special teams a couple different times and like just some unique ways where it's not like dominant performances. And then they got beat by like someone like the Giants, who they don't have a good record, but they look like a way better team than their record. Buzzkill had a question. Should I start Baker or Daniel Jones?
I go Daniel Jones just simply because the Saints actually aren't that bad. Like on both sides of the ball, like I think we're starting to learn that Saints don't have a bad defense. And shout out Rattler. I know it has nothing to do with how Daniel Jones is going to play, but shout out Rattler for developing into something I don't think any of us thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I thought he would lose the job, but he's started
No,
come
like, for
along.
real,
Like, he's
yeah.
not playing bad. He's
Yeah,
not playing bad.
like actually, like props to him. He's actually playing pretty good. But I picked Daniel Jones just because like how well the Colts are clicking, no matter like what caliber team they're playing, and they're playing the Titans today. So, and the Titans are kind of dog shit.
Yeah, they are. They're
I
bad.
think-
Their
I think
offense is
the-
just so bad. It makes it hard on their defense, and their defense isn't that good. Like I think
Yeah.
their defense was much better last year,
No, yeah.
even though they weren't good.
The I think the Jets and the Titans are probably the two worst teams in the league right now. If I had to pick like the two worst, like I would definitely say Jets and Titans. So personally, I would probably go with Daniel Jones, but Baker's also a dog, so I mean, like it's hard to sit Baker at all any week.
Yeah.
I traded Baker this year, man, so that's pain, but I had to do it.
I would personally go. Shit, I actually think you're good either way, but I think the safer play would be Daniel Jones, but Baker could like. I just like you said, Baker's a dog. He just the receiving core is so banged up that it's hard to just. Even though he's been working with it all year, like he's
Yeah.
had so many different receivers in there.
He just finds a way, and if no one's open, he'll just run for it, and he'll make it happen.
And both games are in a dome, so no weather to affect. In fact, weather shouldn't affect any games with the exception of the Cowboys Broncos. There might be a little bit of rain, and there's one other game. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but there's one other game where there should be a little bit of rain. But I don't think it's anything that's, nothing like last week where it was windy and rainy and all sorts of shit. So,
Let's see.
but yeah,
It doesn't look like there's rain for any of the games today, actually.
you're on the wrong site, dog. You gotta go to RotoWire,
RotoWire.
Roto Grinder. My bad.
I usually use NFL weather every week.
Dallas and Denver, a lowest chance of a light rain shower, and then Washington at Kansas City, a chance of some rain showers.
What's that?
So those are the two games.
I see the Washington, Kansas City, and then the only other one I see is Bills, Panthers. There's only 9% chance. It's a,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's in Carolina. It shouldn't rain in Carolina. I don't fucking know. But either way, if it's going to rain, it's barely going to affect anything. If it is, it's not going to be much at all.
Yeah, pretty much weather's not going to have that much of an impact on the games.
Yeah.
Start one, flex, Dobbs or Kittle?
Oh yeah, Kittle's back, so that's a W.
Yeah, Kittle put up an absolute dud though last week, but he was
Yeah.
coming off of like he hadn't played in 4 or 5 weeks or
Yeah,
6 weeks,
exactly.
however many. So like, kind of a get back into it game. It seemed like.
I feel like it's always like a lot harder for these guys to come back from an injury, like when it happens like right at the beginning of the year, because like you're just starting to get to the point where like you're fully like conditioned, like after you get like the first like game or two under your belt, and then you get hurt, and then it's like fuck, like you have to get like fully like reconditioned back again to like full snap and stuff. So, man, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
So, Dobbs
He did play
is
81% of snaps. Wow.
Dobbs is playing Pittsburgh secondary, and Pittsburgh secondary is like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, we got torn apart by simple plays, like simple slant routes last week by Joe Flacco and the Bengals for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But I don't know, dude, because like there's other times like where our secondary looks like shut down. So Pittsburgh's defense is really just like, it's good, but it's unpredictable right now, I'd say. At least like in the secondary. So it's kind of hard for me to say Dobbs right now, but I think Kittle would. He's due. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it too. Like they're playing at Houston as well in a dome, so there's no weather to affect that game or anything as well. It just depends though. Like Kittle is due, but I like Dobbs. Like I'm personally starting Dobbs this week. So what do you think, Swag?
Yeah, I think Dobbs can put up like double digits for you. He's almost consistently done that. Except for the game against Cleveland, he put up 4.5. Aside from that, he's put up either really close to 10 or more than 10 every week. So
Yeah.
I think you get like a solid 10 out of him. Especially since Um, that depends if.
Is Christian
Okay,
Watson coming back?
yeah, that's what I was checking. I don't think he's coming back yet. Oh, he will. Will make his season debut, but he's coming back from. I don't see him playing, but like maybe like 25% of snap count. So I don't think it
Yeah.
will affect it too much. Um, but that is something to consider. And then like you said, I think Kittle is due. I think him getting back into a football game, getting hit and getting that soreness worked out and all that. He only had 2 targets last week. I see that being completely different this week. The Texans defense is really good. The Texans offense struggles. So I think maybe they're the team that might be able to at least decently keep McCaffrey in check, and so they maybe have to use Kittle more. They also just have Jennings, and then their other string of receivers after that. Bourne's been playing good, but I think they'll have to use Kittle more this game. So if you really want to be risky, and maybe have because Kittle can, he's been a good tight end for years. He's someone who can pop off for 20 fantasy points for you. Dobbs can too. I think Dobbs has more consistency this year. We have more more stats and something to rely off of. Where Kittle, we just um, is he in shape? Type deal. Like, well, I don't know why he didn't have any points. He's too good to not have points.
Yeah.
So I think he's a little riskier. You for sure can go him. He is someone who can throw up those points. This is one of those things where like in fantasy football, if you take the risk and maybe it pays off for you winning your week, where it doesn't look like based on how the season's gone. There's no stat lines there to really help you. It's just intuition and knowing like, oh man, this is a good time to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe going against the Houston Texans defense might be the time where it is. I don't know. It's kind of risky. I like Dobbs a little better, but Kittle is someone who can do that for you as well. So
Yeah.
I lean more Dobbs. Kittle's not out of the question though. He's someone who you could go with.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's
I
a good
like- I
question.
like-
I like that question.
I think Kittle can have a higher ceiling, like if he has a good comeback game. Like I know he was back last week, but he obviously didn't really get much attention or anything. So, plus another thing to always remember in the back of your mind too is Ricky Pearsall is out and has been out as well. So I know it's only one guy, but at the same time that is one of their top receivers who's been out. So they are looking
Also,
for
Ayuk
more
hasn't
targets.
played this year.
Yeah, obviously. So yeah, Jawan, and if you have Jawan Jennings, he's definitely a guy you might want to think about starting this week as well. So, but he's actually in the next question here. So,
Good transition.
I actually,
What's up, Russ Bombs?
I really, really like your question, Rest Bombs, and I think you're in a really good position this week, no matter what. So, start one, Tej Johnson, Jalen Noel, or Jawan Jennings. I think you're in a great spot. Obviously, Nico Collins is out. Jaden Higgins hasn't been doing shit. So maybe Noel steps up as the wide receiver one over top of Higgins this week. So there's definitely potential for a high ceiling for him. Obviously Jawan Jennings, we're just talking about him with Kittle being a question mark right now, and then Jawan pretty much being the only healthy receiver because Ayuk's out and Pearsall's out. Maybe he's gonna get a lot of targets. And then the only thing with Tej Johnson too is Baker Mayfield's a dog, and all his receivers are hurt, and he just finds a way to make shit happen. And Tej Johnson's been the guy right now, with all these receivers out. That Baker, literally all of Baker's receiving core is out. So it's kind of crazy. You're in a really good spot. I personally I think we should look at matches up here really quick, but just going off the top of my dome, I would probably I love Tej Johnson. I was really mad when I didn't get Tej Johnson this week in fantasy. I really wanted him.
Yeah, these are 3 names that would probably if you don't know these names, these are probably high waiver wire acquisitions right now because of all the injuries. Like you said, major 2 receivers for Texans are out, so there's Jalen Noel and Higgins, and then Tej Johnson for the Bucks. Obviously, Mike Evans is out, and we don't know when. Chris Godwin will be back.
Yeah.
So Tez Johnson's been stepping in, and then Juwan Jennings. He's been in and out of the lineups for the 49ers just because of the injuries they've had over the last 2 years or so. So these are like good, solid step-ins. Jalen Noel is obviously a newer addition in Tez Johnson, but we know
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings can put up numbers. I like Juwan Jennings out of this. He had been kind of injured and kind of coming back through an injury, and he had a better week last week than he had the previous couple of weeks. I think they'll use him more, and Bourne's been kind of stepping in more for that position. But
Yeah.
I do think you're right. Like looking at matchups, it's probably what's going to determine which way you go. Because Noel had his best game of his career last week, and he looks to with Collins now out for the full game. Who's going to step up for some wide receiver for Houston's got to catch the ball.
Yeah.
They
It's
can't
either
just
gonna
run the whole game.
it's gonna be Noel or Higgins for sure. It has to be one of those two.
And last week, whoops, that's the wrong. Noel outplayed him. Like Higgins had no stats. He had 3 targets. So, it is a risk if you were to take Noel, but it's one of those that it could pay off.
Yeah, I'll put it this way, right? I like Juwan Jennings and everything, and like I think there's a lot of potential for him to have a good game. But also, like you said, Kendrick Bourne's kind of been that guy, probably because they've been locking down Juwan Jennings, considering he's their only like healthy like starting wide receiver right now. Because I mean, you put him in the mix, and he's wide receiver 2, maybe even 3 there when Ricky Pearsall and Ayuk are both healthy and stuff. So
Yeah.
He's had a lot of opportunity the past, like between like last year and this year, to prove himself and everything. He definitely has. Like he was always like a guy that was like a free agent like pickup until all these injuries happened the past couple of years and shit. And where the Niners especially has been beat the hell up. So that's why, I mean, he's been popping more. But personally, like I don't know. I think like he might even get shut down. So it just depends. I feel like he's either gonna have a really good game or he's gonna get shut down because they're gonna like double coverage him. It's his ass all game. Like I really like Tez Johnson, but I do like the Juwan.
I think Tez Johnson is probably your best bet there.
Well, Tez has also put up double digits the past 2 weeks as well. And
that's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, and 2 weeks ago, Baker still had like some of his receivers and shit like that too. So he was still starting to use Tez even when some of these receivers were healthy. Like I remember, what was that? 2 weeks ago, whatever unit was, it might have been like Philly or something like that. Whenever they won the game with Tez, I think.
Yeah, they do have Egbuka, but he's been putting up the stats with Egbuka in there. Like last week, Egbuka was back, and he still put up good numbers. You don't have no Godwin, no Evans, so I think I like Tez with his matchup. Jalen's going. I just don't really super trust the Texans' offense. And then Juwan Jennings, kind of hit or miss. He absolutely could go off for something like 30. That's not out of the question.
Oh, no, for sure.
I just don't know if I would trust that against the Texans defense with Mac Jones. So I would go Tez Johnson. That would be my answer, but I actually like all 3 of these as far as like, all right, I got injuries to my wide receivers, who do I start now?
I know.
So these are better options than some of the others that are out there.
I know we do say that about Mac Jones, but Mac Jones has been.
Yeah, he's been playing good.
He's definitely been playing a lot better than what I think all of us expected him to play. That's for sure.
Yeah, he kind of came down a little the last week or so.
Yeah, the past 2 weeks he hasn't played as good for sure, but
yeah.
Yeah, actually, he really hasn't played as well the past 2 weeks, but he's still doing a hell of a lot better than I thought he was going to do for Mac Jones.
Oh, true. I thought for sure he would be throwing a lot more picks because he's been pick city for years.
Yeah. For sure. Well, we probably thought that about a lot of different quarterbacks, and then like now look, like Geno got whenever Geno was in Seattle, he got like comeback player of the year, and then Darnold, like all these players were like pick city, like they all fucking sucked. Like they were like backup at best for the longest time in their career, and they just go to a new
Danny
organization, and then yeah, literally like Danny Dimes turned into fucking Tom Brady overnight. Like, what the hell happened?
Whoa!
Whoa! Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Throw it out. Wow, throwing out names like that. All right.
Also, real quick, I want to ask a fantasy question too, because I never asked fantasy questions about my own team. So, what do you guys think, and what do you think, Swag, as well? Also, feel free, everyone, to comment what you think is best for me here as well.
Also, if they're your first time here, feel free to give us a follow. We would very much appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel. We love answering these questions. So if you like the content, we welcome y'all back. We go live almost 3 hours before kickoff. We've been kind of pushing it back a little bit, like maybe 2 hours and 2.5 hours or 2 hours 45 minutes.
Because sometimes we both like to stay up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we generally go live 3 hours before kickoff every Sunday. Much appreciated on the follow. All right, go ahead. Let's have your question. Go ahead and just cut the line on our viewers.
All right. So I had to pick up Evan Ingram this week because Laporta was on bye week. You're playing Dallas's defense. Obviously, Dallas gives up a lot of points, but they can score a lot of points. So hopefully the Denver game's a high scoring game and Ingram gets some points out of that.
I already got something more for you.
Okay. This is like my biggest question really. Like the rest of my lineup pretty set on. It's nice having Scary Terry back for fucking once for the first time in like literally 4 weeks. So my biggest thing is Breece Hall, right? He's expected to play today against Cincinnati, but he's been questionable all week. Do I start Breece Hall or do I start Woody Marks, who's pretty much clearly taken over that backfield in Houston? And I say that because Woody Marks had 65% of the snaps last week in the backfield, and Chubbs had 25% of the snaps last week in the backfield.
So the question is Woody Marks or Breece Hall?
Pretty much, yeah.
And the Jets are playing. They're playing somebody who gives up a lot of
They're
Cincy,
playing
right?
at Cincinnati.
And he's coming back from injury. I think you take a shot at Breece Hall here. If he is I think if I remember when I checked, he had a limited practice, full practice. I think that's what it was. If I remember that correctly. So if he's cleared to play, I think the Jets should be able to run all over the Bengals. Now,
yeah, you're already right about that, by the way.
Last week, I don't know why or how the Bengals managed to beat Pittsburgh. That just still blows my mind when I look at that game. They just made some plays, especially without their best defensive player. That's what I thought. If you told me that they were going to win that game and they were actually going to cause some turnovers and they just played out of their mind. I don't know how they did it. But I definitely think I think Fields and Hall together are going to have 200 yards rushing this week. I think it's going to be significant.
Yeah.
So that's what I would go with. Now it's hard because he's coming off of injury and the Jets offense has just looked like it's been so inconsistent. Fields has put up something like 4 fantasy points, 30 fantasy points. It's so hard to figure out how well they're going to play. But I think Hall can get he can have a very good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope.
So.
I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would go with. Yeah. I think the matchup there is too hard to avoid.
Yeah. I'm just hoping he's healthy. I know he's a full participant Friday, like you said, and stuff, but it's just one of those things where it's God, I hope he just doesn't tweak his knee again.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Please, Breece, be healthy.
All right, so Mags here. I have 2 spots available for flex. I have Dobbs, Downs, Kittle, Kincaid, Chase Brown.
Ooh. I will say this, having Josh Downs on my team, I've actually had to start him the past 2 weeks. And the past 2 weeks I started them, he did give me 11.4 and 16.2. So
Yeah, I think they have one of the other receivers have been injured.
Yeah, and
Uh,
they have so many receivers there too. Like that's the thing with like him and Pierce and Pittman
and he's done
and
that on
Mitchell.
50% snap count. So like that's really good efficiency
Yeah, no,
for 50% snap count.
he's definitely like one of those players. Like I personally probably wouldn't start him this week, honestly, but like because you don't have to. But it's like one of those guys where like if you have to play somebody, like he's the guy like I would probably want in that position. Like if I had to play. That's pretty much where my spot the past 2 weeks because like I had Scary Terry and Ricky Pearsall that were both hurt the same weeks and shit like that for her the past 4 weeks, so I had to start a couple times. So that's not bad at all.
You know what's crazy about
It,
Downs' stat line? So every week he has had one reception less than targets, except for one where he had two receptions less than. So 7 targets, 6 receptions. Oh wait, okay, never mind. Okay, receptions.
he had 2 weeks, yeah.
7 targets, 6 receptions. 8 targets, 6 receptions. 5 targets, 4 receptions. 3 targets, like it's almost one or two. Like so, when the ball gets thrown to him, he pretty much catches it.
Yeah.
I just that's something I noticed. That's interesting. Anyway, keep going. My bad. I didn't mean to. Just saw that and I was like,
No,
okay,
you're
that
good.
was
So you have to remember too, in week 6, it said that he also got a concussion from the Cardinals as well. So I don't think that affects him. He's not even like on like the injury report at all. So if he's not even on the injury report, he's probably fine. Anyways,
especially concussion.
yeah,
Like he's definitely fine.
yeah, not to get caught up just like on one player here or anything. Chase Brown is a big no for me personally. Like that's like a big no name that stands out for me on that list. Chase Brown hasn't done shit. Like, he hasn't. Wait, who just got clean?
Alec
Oh
Pierce.
shit! Good waiver pickup.
Is Doug listening to us? We're all talking about them.
That was a really good waiver pickup by Blunt.
I mean, Dud. I
But
said Dud. I meant Blunt.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know why I said Dud.
But anyways, one name I definitely avoid in that list is Chase Brown. Chase Brown hasn't done shit. I feel like his ceiling is very low this year and everything. I feel like he doesn't really have much to offer. Let's see though.
So
Kincaid, Kittle.
with Chase Brown, last week he finally had his first like good week. Maybe not fantasy wise, but he had 11 carries for 108 rushing yards, which is the first time he's gone over 50 rushing yards. And I think that's
Yeah,
because they got a quarterback in there who can throw the ball, so it helped open up the run game. So maybe that's something to consider. That going forward, maybe Chase Brown becomes effective again. Because you're right, he has not been very effective or like, for being someone who I thought could be a top 5 fantasy running back this year.
yeah.
He has not been there. I mean, obviously the
He
injury to Burrow significantly hurts his value, but I still thought he'd put up, at least a 20 piece here or there, and it hasn't happened. He's barely his highest is 13 fantasy points. That's kind
yeah.
of been his ceiling.
And that's why I avoid him so much
So
is because of 13 points right there. Because I know it's something I can consistently get out of or out of not Downs, out of Dobbs every week and like Kincaid every
yeah.
week. Like I know I can get 10 plus consistently every single week out of those guys. So I personally probably lean more Kincaid and Dobbs here, but I mean
So Kincaid is questionable. Oh wait,
I thought he was good.
maybe he might be considered good now. This report's from 2 days ago, so
Considered questionable to play week 8 on Sunday against the Panthers. Kincaid did not play in the week 6 loss to the Atlanta Falcons
yeah,
and was
that's what I
unable
was
to
reading.
upgrade practice this week despite having last week's bye to get extra less. He's now up in the air for the weekend and could miss a second straight game if Kincaid is active though. He should be considered a top 12 tight end option. Okay, so that's a game time decision. If he does play, I start Kincaid. Like if he's if he's healthy enough to go, I definitely start him.
We should know. Wait, let's see. When does that game? We should know here
Soon. It's a
within
1:00 game.
45 minutes. They'll announce the active and not, and we'll know on that Kincaid portion.
Yeah. So we'll be able to probably better answer that question like 45 minutes or so. But things to avoid on that list, though, I guess we can look at is Kittle. Obviously, Kittle's a big risk. It's up to you. We don't know what he's going to do this week. He could either pop off, and they're going to double team Jawan Jennings this entire week and stuff like that, and it's going to leave Kittle open to work the middle of the field, and he's going to pop off, or he might have another not so good game again because he's still working his way back. I like Downs, but I think there's better options there personally. And then, if Kincaid plays, I'm definitely going Dobbs and Kincaid out of that list for sure. If Kincaid plays, if Kincaid doesn't play, then I would leave it's up to you. I'd leave it up to you. Like, if you want to take the risk of Kittle having that good game, which he very well could have, because we all know Kittle's a top tight end in the league when he is healthy. Then you can go for that. Or if you don't pick Kittle, I still pick Downs then over Brown. I'm not big on Chase Brown at all. It's like almost to the point where if I were in a league, I would try and trade Chase Brown and see if you can get some trade bait for him for like a decent receiver or something like that. Almost that's the point where I'm at with Chase Brown.
Yeah. So for this question for me, I think I like Dobbs. I think that's one of your more safer.
Yeah.
And also Kincaid. Kincaid's consistently put up good numbers. That is if he is healthy, because also Joshua Palmer is out. So that's a receiver that's down that they typically have, who's done, who's taken some volume this year that might go to the tight end position.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that, I think Downs is a very good, decent option. Chase Brown, his floor and ceiling is 6 and 13. That's how it's been this year. He has put up no less than 6 points, no more than 13.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty bad.
I don't expect him to do much more than that. However, they are playing the Jets, and they now have a quarterback under center. So this could be the week where Shrek, you're sitting here, I'm avoiding him, and he could pop off for 20 points. If he gets a touchdown or two, which could be possible. Now that they're moving the ball, and the passing game is open again. He could get some easy, goal line carries type deal. I just like Dobbs and Kincaid for consistency reasons. They're more consistent than Chase Brown. Kincaid's floor 7.7, his ceiling 16.8. That's just for this year. And Dobbs the same. He's been right there at double digits. So you can expect to get double digits out of both those guys. Downs has been playing very well. They just have quite a few different receivers.
Yeah.
And they got the run game, so he has been getting double-digit points the last couple weeks, though. So,
the one thing to Chase Brown, even though I was just saying I would avoid him, is if you do want to take the risk, because there is that chance of him popping off, he is playing the Jets this week. Just a heads up. So Jets obviously one of the worst, if not the worst, overall team in the league this year. So if you do want to take a risk on Chase Brown, this might be the week to take a risk on him. I still wouldn't with who you have there, but if you do, I completely get why, because the Jets aren't very good. That's pretty much the shit bowl right there, the Bengals and the Jets. So.
And then Kittle is just risky as well. He had no points last week.
Yeah.
I don't see him going back-to-back weeks like that. He's someone who would consistently put up double-digit point weeks. So
yeah,
it's kind of a little risky there with him coming off that injury, and it's 2 games back from it. Will he actually get back to form? I don't know. So we got Super Rooster 27. Welcome, first time chatter. Full PPR. Would you rather have Kittle or Ferguson rest of the season? I mean, come on, Ferguson's number one fantasy football right now.
He's had a good year.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been because a boomer bust. He's number one. Because I have him. I have him in maybe my other league. Is it this league? No, it's this league that I have him.
Yeah, he is. Holy fuck.
But yeah, he's consistently put up solid weeks. So week 1 was his worst week. 5 receptions, 23 yards. Aside from that, he's had 16 points, 21 points, 17 points, 24 points, 12 points, 22 points. And he has 6 touchdowns. And I don't see him slowing
That's
down.
all his last 4 games, too.
The Dallas, even without those touchdowns, almost all those weeks, except for a Carolina week, would still be good weeks without that touchdown. So, Ferguson just he's had a great year. I don't see anything changing unless he gets injured. Even with CD, and their offense is just so powerful, and their defense is terrible, which means they're gonna have to score a lot of points. So it actually works to your favor that the Cowboys' defense is terrible and their offense is great. So Ferguson all the way. Just keep going with Ferguson.
Yeah, I agree. The Cowboys' defense is hot ass, so yeah, they're gonna score a lot of points.
Unless Dak gets injured or Ferguson gets injured, this is not gonna change.
Sorry to shit your team, but y'all's defense is really fucking bad.
No, and I told you I had something for you. Diggs is out. Donovan Wilson's out. We have our secondary. We're pulling people off the practice squad for our secondary. So not only are we dog shit on defense, we're even more dog shit now. I'm not our only good thing to look forward to is Overshown should be coming back soon, and I am and he's reporting that he's even better than he was. He's stronger, faster, can jump higher, more explosive. And usually I'm all right, I don't know, maybe you're just talking a whole bunch of hype. No, I think this dude's ready to ball out and become he was going to make the Pro Bowl last year. And it would have been so this is a sophomore year, or this last year was a sophomore year, but technically it was his rookie year because he was coming off of a knee injury, and then he had another devastating knee injury halfway through the season, so couldn't make the Pro Bowl. He was going to make the Pro Bowl, and if you watched any of his games, he looks absolutely amazing. So if he comes back and he's even better, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
because he was already balling out. So that's our only thing to look forward to.
Yeah, I definitely, I'm with you 100% there. I keep Ferguson. If it's even an option to have the best player at any position in fantasy football, you keep that player. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just don't get rid of him. For example, right, on the running back side, I have Jonathan Taylor. I know he's not number 1, but he's very close to CMC. He's had a great year. It's just that's somebody not up for trade for me at all, or anything. So there's certain people like that that you just don't want to get rid of. Yeah, if I had Ferguson, that's the last guy on my team I'd be getting rid of right now, because if my tight end has 120 points in fantasy football for me, that's fucking insane at this point in the year. So I'm definitely I'm riding Ferguson the whole way out right there. I know Kittle's a very good tight end, and it's damn, it's hard to move on from Kittle, but maybe use Kittle as trade bait, because obviously Kittle's very really highly valued in fantasy football because of how many points he can score for you for a tight end and stuff. So maybe you take the chance on him and you try and get some trade bait for Kittle there since you have Ferguson.
So there are only 3 tight ends who have if your league could be a little different, ours is kind of pretty much basic scoring PPR. There's not really too many bonuses or anything like that. It's pretty much basic. So for most leagues, this should hold true. But there's only 3 tight ends over 100 points in fantasy football, and then it drops off significantly after that, and the next highest is 83. So you got Ferguson at 120, McBride with 113, Warren with 102, and then it goes Goddard 83. So there is a significant tier drop off at the tight end position. This is probably one of the positions it could absolutely win you a week or a fantasy football championship because of your tight end position. Because no one else has a good tight end. It's hard to get points. So
yeah. I was gonna say, also, I love Tyler Warren, bro. He's so good.
Yeah,
He's
I
so
wish I would have
damn
picked him
good.
up instead of Coulson.
Yeah, for real. Colson Loveland with what a flop, dude.
I mean, I got Ferguson though, so
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
complaining. All right, kill for Y123. I'm giving away Chris Olave, Kyron, and I don't know Manage. I don't know how to say this guy's name. He's the Bears running back.
Yeah, I know
For
who he is. I don't know how to say it either though.
for Mahomes, J-Mo, and Ricky Pearsall. My team is Stafford, Gibbs, Chase Brown, CD, Rashee Rice, and Sutton. Also have Gadsden. Let's see. So giving away Olave, Kyron Williams,
and Kyle for
Mahomes.
J-Mo and Pearsall. My team's
Okay, I like Mahomes for sure. I think when Ricky comes back, he'll be just fine.
So if Gibbs and Chase Brown are your only two running backs, then once you get rid of Kyron, if Chase Brown was having a better year, I'd be like, dude, fuck yeah. But
yeah, that's the only.
yeah,
Who else is your running back depth? Because you have to have people on your bench.
yeah.
They're probably other like waiver wire pickup guys.
Wait, why Josh said the Ravens are under investigation?
Yeah, Kilford, if you would give us a little more feedback on like who's on your bench. Just the only thing I don't like there is what Shrek pointed out is your running back depth is not solid, and like you're starting Gibbs and Chase Brown, which most years that sounds good, but this year Brown just
Yeah.
I mean a ceiling of 13 is not very good. But all the rest, like, I mean, Rashee Rice, Gadsden, Sutton, and then you're getting Mahomes, got Gibbs. Like, I mean, that's really solid. CD, like, you got a really solid team other than your second running back position. Yeah, what are they?
That's interesting.
What's it for?
I wonder. I think they're probably investigating the Ravens for throwing for a higher draft position. That's probably what they're investigating them for. It says the Ravens could be subject to discipline by the NFL for violating the league's injury report policy because the team originally listed Lamar Jackson as a full participant in Friday's practice. Baltimore then changed Lamar Jackson's practice participation to limited a day later. And says the league will look into this, NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy said Saturday. The league reviews any matters involving a change of player's status or a change to a player's status. So I wonder if they're looking into the Ravens because they're not having a good year and stuff like that, and they're like, I wonder if they're just going for like a higher draft position or something.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
It's just like the Ravens are still good enough to like to make the playoffs, but they're not going to because they put themselves in such a hole, and it's just like it's just a fact at this point. Like you can't dig out of a 1-5 fucking hole when the AFC is this good this year and stuff as a whole. So that's just not something you can do, like realistically.
Yeah, Max, I don't know if here for me, like I wouldn't be ready to give up on Chase Brown. But Shrek, on the other hand, sounds like he would. So it would be hard for me to get rid of Chase Brown if I had him.
Like, I get why you wouldn't want to get rid of him, you know. But like, if he doesn't do anything, like maybe like if he does something this week, right? Like maybe okay, like back-to-back weeks where you get double-digit games. Okay, like cool. Maybe he might actually be doing something then. Maybe Flacco actually opened up the offense for them, like you said. But like, if he just lays an egg this week, dude, against the Jets and shit, it's like one of those things where like I literally am almost at the point where I'm about to drop this guy, or like I'm trading him for some like mid receiver, or like maybe. You know, you're at the point where you trade someone like him for like someone like Woody Marks or something because Woody has a higher ceiling, but he might have split snap. Like it's so weird for me. Like Chase Brown is a great running back, and he could be so good if he gets his shit going. But it's just like, will he actually get his shit going though?
Yeah. Wait, what? So confused here.
You picked up Bam Knight, so yeah, like you saying, I like Bam, but That's like another like one of those running backs. Like if you had like Vidal or like or not Haskins, but like Vidal or Bam Knight or one of these other running backs that has like really stepped up this year because of injury and everything, I would much rather have a running back like that over Chase Brown this year personally.
Also, I mean, Trey Benson's going to come back at some point. Like,
Yeah,
so, like, Bam Knight might be okay for a couple weeks, but I think only for a couple weeks.
yeah.
I don't know
I
that he
wouldn't
takes
drop.
over.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't drop
Yeah.
Chase Brown. I would never drop him. I would definitely trade him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
trading. If you can get some trade acquisition off him, like, all right.
That's
that
why I
can
said,
see.
like, if someone, like, someone might want to take the chance on Chase Brown. Like, I think it's a pretty fair trade if you offer somebody Chase Brown for, like, the Chargers running back, like Vidal, or someone like that, like I was saying. Because, like, that's a running back that's not as well known that, we don't know what they're going to do for the rest of the season. But Chase Brown's a better, well known running back that could potentially pop off later this season, too. So, someone might want to take a risk on that, that's for sure. Or, like, Travion Henderson or someone like that, like a younger like running back that someone might be willing to hand over for someone like Chase Brown because he's a more familiarized name. Someone might be willing to make a trade for you like that. That's for sure. But let's see. What else do we got? I gotta use the bathroom here in a second.
I see Boeing. Welcome back. Mason Taylor, Dalton Kincaid, or Jonu Smith full PPR. Well, yeah, we still don't know if Kincaid's playing yet.
Not Jonnu Smith. I'm a Steelers fan, and I'll tell you, don't play Jonnu Smith.
They have 3 tight ends they use there.
Four.
Like,
We have four.
Four. Yeah,
That's the thing. It's like it's so hard to predict like what tight end's going to be getting the ball because like Fryermuth's been getting the ball more, but Jonnu Smith has scored a touchdown, and then like Darnell Washington like has scored like it's so like wishy washy. Like you don't know where it's going to go, and then you have Connor Hayward who steals a couple snaps in there too. Like Steelers tight end room is very deep, and like as a Steelers fan, like I love it, but like for like a fantasy point of view, like I think Steelers tight end room is probably like one of the worst in the NFL, if not the worst in the NFL, in a fantasy perspective. It's because we have so many targets, like so many.
Just announced Drake London is out for week 8. Also, if you didn't know, not Pittman. Penix is out as well.
Yeah.
So guess who's coming back for quarterback?
Kirky Poo.
Good old Kirky Poo.
The Kirkster.
So it looks like the answer there is going to be if Kincaid's healthy, like if he's playing, go with Kincaid.
Yeah.
If not, then you got Mason Taylor.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I think it makes it pretty simple. Yeah. I don't.
That's exactly how I view it. So.
Jonu just like it's hard. Like last year he did great, but he was the only tight end for Miami, and it was very easy to get consistent numbers out of him. Whereas this year, like, you could get 2, you could get 12 or 13. He definitely doesn't look like you can get 20. Whereas with Kincaid or Taylor, well, Taylor's also questionable. I didn't know that. Hold on. Oh, he's expected to suit up though. Okay.
What up, Dank? I wasn't saying start Bam this week. I was just saying when we were talking about the whole Chase Brown situation. I wasn't saying start Bam, obviously.
But I think I think for sure like Kincaid would be your go-to if he's playing. Like he's easily the best option between those 3. Then after that, like I think Taylor would be a better option than Jonu Smith, but some weeks Taylor hasn't got very many fantasy points because the Jets offense sucks. Whereas other weeks he's got up to 17, whereas Jonu Smith has only hit 13, but he's gone as low as 2. So like it's kind of a coin flip there on which one you wanted to go. Kittle could have a game since it's tight end weekend. But if Kincaid is healthy, I'll replace Kittle. Okay, well there you go. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Icy also has Cousins, Rogers, or Mac Jones.
Play Pappy. You gotta play Pappy. Pappy Rogers is the only right answer here.
Yeah, I agree.
One, Rodgers has actually been playing really well. I'm not just saying he's a fucking Steelers fan. He has actually been playing well. And two, he's going against his old team. And like, if he beats the Packers, he beats all 32 teams. So I personally think Aaron Rodgers really fucking wants to do that. Like, that'd be sick for him to get that stat. And he's never going to have another opportunity to get that stat again outside of, like, after tonight. So I think we're going to see full force Perky Rogers, fucking Red Rocket Rogers on the fucking field all night, dog. Like, I'm hyped for it, man. 70-yard touchdown, DK Metcalf, first play of the game. But for real, though, like, I would pick Rodgers because of that. Cousins just is way too unpredictable coming off the bench right now. And then Mac Jones has not played as well his last 2 games. His first 3 games is when he started.
I think
his
Jones came out and played very, very well.
I
And
think
he's
Mac
kind
Jones
of dropped off.
has 0 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the last 2 weeks. So if that
you're
does
correct.
anything for you, definitely not Mac Jones.
Too inconsistent.
Yeah,
It's too inconsistent.
Kirk's
and,
a really
and
big.
fantasy football.
Yeah, and Kirk's a big question mark because especially if he has Drake London's out and stuff like that too. I think the only right answer is Rodgers here.
Yeah, I think you're looking more likely that the Falcons will try to run the ball a lot or do a lot of risk. They're going to use Bijan and.
Bijan's getting used and abused tonight.
Yeah.
He's getting used.
So. Icy also has. Icy has a lot of questions this week. We love it. Worthy. Oh wait. Oh, pick 1 running back and 1 flex. Scatterboo, Worthy, and Chase Brown.
Worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
we already answered that with the Chase Brown hate earlier. Watch, we're like shitting on Chase Brown so hard. This motherfucker's gonna run for $150 and 3 tutties today, dude. Like,
I hate it when that happens. Like when we're like, all right, you should probably do this, and here's why. Here's the stats. Here's the reasoning. It all makes sense, right? And then game starts, and he fucking like played 1 75-yard screen pass for a touchdown.
yeah,
like,
literally,
fuck.
that's gonna be it, dude. That's literally gonna be it.
What's I call that?
Rylan?
If I call that, there's like your clip.
Yeah, literally. What up, Rylan? This is the week for Woody. Don't say that, bro. God damn, now you got me thinking again. See, okay. I'll put it this way too. This is my other options. I don't have to start Romeo Dobbs this week. I could start Woody Marks over Dobbs. And like I thought about, so this is another thing. Like I have Jordan Love as my quarterback and Dobbs in it wide receiver, like as my flex wide receiver. But I also have the Steelers defense, and like I'm not moving the Steelers defense. Like I'm just not moving them. Like last week they laid an egg, but like the past 3 weeks prior to that, I got 20, 12, and 10 points. So that's pretty fucking good out of the defense. So I feel like I can't lose them. Oh shit! You just traded for Woody. What do you think?
Here's the thing about
what do you think about
Woody.
or Romeo Dobbs or Woody Marks? Swag.
So the thing about Woody is, I think the whole reason that he got, I do think he's slowly taking over that backfield. I don't think that the percentage of snaps was because of he's like now like dominating the backfield snaps. I think the way the game played out last week is why he got such a significant snap count increase compared to Chubb's. I think it's how the game played out. So they used him a lot more because of how the game script went. So I'm not as big on him. However, I do think he is starting to be the featured back. So I'm somewhat high on him, but not nearly as much as you. So
I did not know that Woody's name was Jaquavius.
I did not either.
I didn't know that either. It just said Jaquavius Marks, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And it's Woody Marks. I was like, "Where's my running back?"
I had no clue. I had no clue.
Why do they? That's interesting. Why don't they call him Jaquavius then? Why do they call him Woody? I mean, I guess why do we call McCroskey Marriott fucking Bill? So. Yeah, I get that. Woody just says he has that ceiling now. Like he can pop off. That's the thing. Like I remember he popped off for 27.9. Last week he did have 12.5. Like I'm only questioning this because like he's like rated like I feel like he's rated like the double digit like point where like everyone else is gonna get me anyways. So
Let's catch up on these questions real quick. Let's kind of
we all
get through these questions,
Are we
and
caught
then
up?
we can get
Oh,
back
yeah,
to.
we got one more.
So Mag said, "I need a new quarterback because Purdy ain't doing shit. These are the options: Fields, Stroud, Rodgers, Flacco, Darnold." Well, definitely. So Fields is so difficult to trust right now. I actually don't think he would be playing if what's his face was healthy. Um,
Tyrod.
who's the backup there? Off the top of
Tyrod.
my head, I can't. What's that?
Tyrod.
Yeah, if Tyrod Taylor, if his knee was not hurt, I don't think Fields would be playing. So I would not go Fields. Fields can be a good like fill-in because I mean he could get like 30 fantasy points, but he also could throw up like he could throw up negative points for you. I mean I think his rushing props will helps enough, but he's had like multiple weeks where he's had like 4. So I would not go Fields. Stroud has not had a good season. Rodgers, I think, would be decent. Flacco, decent. Darnold, decent. Um,
I agree. He's like I would have said no to Flacco. He was in Cleveland, but now he has Jamar Chase and T Higgins now. So like, and clearly him and Chase or him and God, I keep wanting to say Chase Brown. Jamar Chase, him and Jamar Chase were hit on like every fucking slant route ever last week. So
and their defense, Cincinnati's defense is bad, which is good for fantasy football perspective for your quarterback who needs to throw a lot.
yeah,
So that actually could help Flacco in that aspect. You know, putting up some good numbers and Flacco
Yeah.
can sling the ball. So I definitely
personally-
go Rodgers, Flacco, or Darnold, but not the other two.
yeah. Personally, I probably pick Darnold out of those three. Darnold's been slinging it this year too. Especially when he has like JSN, who's the best receiver in the league right now, like so far this year. Like, I mean, I guess that's arguable, but to me, I think JSN's been the best receiver in the league so far this year, like without a doubt. Where's he at in fantasy points? So he's got to be up there.
Darnold's 12 in fantasy points. So
No, JSN.
Oh,
I'm looking at that.
I think he's number 1.
He should be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's number
Yeah,
1.
Darnold's doing good for sure.
But Rodgers is right behind him, so they're like, toe for toe. I think
Yeah.
that would be a matchup thing. You could actually probably bounce back and forth between them because I bet they're both available in your league. Like that's not a bad strategy. And then Stroud is behind by like pretty much a game. And then Flacco just definitely doesn't have. I mean, he
Poor
just switched
Dank.
teams, so it's kind of hard to. It's hard to get a pinpoint on Flacco, but I mean, maybe you want to pick up Flacco because. And then you can bounce back
Yeah.
to one of those other two if I don't know. Either one of those three is who I'd go with based on my matchup. You got anything else for that one?
Not so much really. I would probably either go Flacco or Darnold. Like I'm a Rodgers fan for sure, but I mean, I think Darnold is the best, youngest, most healthy option there. Like he can actually move a little bit, like and stuff. So like, I like Darnold. I like the Seahawks like a whole this year. Like I think they have a really good like team and good chemistry. Like clearly like they're clicking. So
Yeah, I was wrong about him this year.
yeah, I like the Seahawks. I like Darnold, but I can understand Flacco or Rodgers there 100% too.
Joe Yarding says this is the week for Woody, and then Dink
Yeah.
getting in on the combo. Green Bay has given up second most points to tight ends. That's a good stat. I haven't confirmed it, but I trust what Dink says there. Yeah, thanks for joining in on the chat and being part of the conversation, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Drake London just got rolled out. Dobbins, what's up, Cody? Cody boy? Dobbins or Jalen Warren PPR? Ooh.
Oh shit, that's a good question.
So for this week,
I was gonna say based off Denver's matchup, I probably picked Dobbins, but
yeah, I think Dobbins, but like both are good plays. Like
yeah,
Jalen Warren, like it's no matter what the script is, he's usable, and Dobbins too. I mean, like, man,
yeah,
take
I
a
probably
peek.
definitely go Dobbins just because Dallas's defense is straight asshole, and they're even more beat up this week than what they were prior weeks. So, I mean, I'm not shitting on my man Jalen like that, and I'll have to like quick answer or anything, but. Long story short, I definitely put Dobbins in because Dallas's defense is fucked.
Yeah.
It really does
You're not
suck for
lying.
you. I'm not gonna lie, because like if y'all actually had a good defense, like your offense is like elite, like definitely.
Oh, you mean if we still had someone like Parsons who could help with
Whoa.
the pass exploitation that we have? Maybe a
I
decent pass rusher.
I
Like,
agree, but
wow.
one man doesn't change that defense. Parsons couldn't change it himself. Like he
No, but
definitely.
no, but we've had like three. We could be like something like 5-2 right now. Week one against Philly, CeeDee Lamb drops a deep bomb with in the fourth quarter late,
Yeah,
where it would have been a touchdown. He simply dropped it. It was a touchdown.
yeah, I was watching
And,
that.
and we could have won that game. And there's been other games just like Carolina game, super close. We've had a couple plays where we needed a pass rush there, and it wasn't there. So like you throw that in to some of these games where we need just a little bit more. Well, guess what? Guess who's that just a little bit more? This is the whole
Yeah,
reason why I was so fucking pissed off. Like when we traded them, is because we traded away exactly what we needed, that little bit more, and yeah. So fuck off, fucking old ass man. Um,
call me crazy. I still think it's a good trade.
yeah, I like. Well, I mean, Green Bay keeps like winning barely somehow, not even looking impressive. Um, if we end up like drafting in like the low 20s or even in the like teens, then yeah, it's a great trade. If not,
Yeah,
if they like make like a deep playoff run, then this trade I don't think is very good.
yeah.
Anyway, back to the question.
Super quick though. Inactives and actives.
Oh, here we go.
Njoku is active. DeAndre Swift is active. Tyler Algier is active. Maxwell Hairston is active. Brees Hall is active. Mason Taylor is active, and Trey Hendrickson is active. And then obviously we know Drake London is inactive. And then yeah, that's the only really like
Kincaid, hello. Are
he's
we gonna find it?
active.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he's active.
Okay, I didn't see him on the
Someone
list. I was like, what?
Mag said, "Fuck yeah, Kincaid is active. He's not on the list, but
So about the Jalen Warren question and Dobbins, Jalen Warren has put up really solid numbers, other than Cleveland, and he still put up 8, which is respectable against Cleveland's rush defense. Whereas Dobbins, um,
okay,
he's put up some good numbers, but the last couple weeks he's kind of fallen off. Um, and I think that's maybe because of game script. Um, so, I do like the matchup though. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. So I think Dobbins with the matchup, I could see him popping off for a lot of I think there's gonna be a lot of points from this Cowboys Denver game. Um,
yeah,
However, Jalen Warren, I think like consistently is gonna get you 15 points or even more. Woody rushed 10 times for 15 yards last week. Team sucks. Fun fact: he loved Toy Story. That's an where Dink who what where you get what where are you getting this information from? That's crazy. That's a wild like.
Kincaid is taking pregame warm-ups. It's pregame warm-up throws, wearing cleats and sleeve on his left leg. Okay, so
Oh, okay. What'd you say again? Sorry, I was reading what Dink was saying.
Kincaid
Oh, I'm
is
curious now.
he's warming up, but he's still questionable to play. There's
Okay.
nothing on him yet.
Okay, we should have something soon. Like they'll announce it here in 15 minutes. They'll for sure like announce what he is.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Why Woody is what he goes by. That makes a lot of sense. Which Texans wide receiver can we start today? That's a good question. We talked about this a little earlier.
There's Noel or Higgins.
Yeah.
Like coming into the year, I was pretty big on Higgins, but he hasn't done shit so far
Same.
this year.
Same.
He hasn't done like actual shit so far this year. So
His best is
I don't even know which way I lean anymore.
his best is a 1-catch, 24-yard touchdown. That's his best week. Um, he's put up 9 points, but he's also put up a point and a half. It doesn't. He's not done anything to separate himself. Whereas Noel has. He actually had a pretty. He had a decent week last week. It wasn't anything crazy, but I mean, he had 4 receptions on 7 targets, 50% snap count. I expect him to have a higher snap count, and I expect that volume to go up. So I would lean Noel, but like Higgins can do it too. I just, he just hasn't yet. So it's hard. Like neither one of those receivers has really separated themselves, other than Noel having a better week last week. So
Yeah.
you really can't trust any of the receivers. Like there's not like a consistency there. Um, but Noel has put up better stats and he really hasn't got a lot of playing time until the last 2 weeks, and even then it hasn't been a lot of playing time. So he's been a little more efficient. So that's why I would lean more Noel. Fields is playing for his job this week. I actually think he's lost his job.
I
don't think he gains it back even if he pops off this week.
My thing with Justin Fields is he's been given so many chances. I mean, let's put it
None of
this
the
way.
situations are ideal though. Like
Yeah, I
that's
was
what
gonna say
sucks.
all of his situations he's been thrown
That's so
into, he's been shit on. He got drafted by the Bears and played for the Bears, which was fucking a curse. The Bears suck. And then obviously he came to Pittsburgh and he was just in a bad situation with Russell Wilson being there at the same time as him. Like I think he should have started over Russ last year still, and he didn't. At least until he proved the fucking point where he couldn't be a starter anymore. And then he gets the curse of being sent to the Jets. Well, that fucking sucks. Like, you're not going to make that team good.
I mean, Rodgers was there last year. They didn't do good at all. Like you put just a different quarterback in that situation
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, it's going to be better." I mean, I don't.
No.
Like Rodgers obviously is still good. Like look at what he's doing this year. So like,
Yeah.
it's really hard to say like Justin Fields is just bad whenever he gets put
Justin
on
Fields, we'll never know how good Justin Fields will ever actually be. And that's just like where it's at. Like, he's never
Yeah,
ever going to get his opportunity to have a true starting position on a good starting team throughout his career. Like, he's only going to be bounced around and be tossed around for shit teams that need a filler quarterback for a year or two. And hopefully it works out. That's literally that's how his career is going to play out.
At this point, unless he gets lucky, I see him being like someone like Darnold or something, where if he happens to go to the right organization and he actually does put it all together, then I think maybe he can flourish. But he needs like an injury or something to happen, or
Yeah.
in order to do that. So he has to go to a good organization as a backup quarterback or a third string. Injuries happen, and then he comes in, and then we truly know, like, all right. But if that it's just gonna be hard. He's just gonna end up at this point. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be an afterthought. Wait,
Yeah.
Dank, Kirk isn't playing today. Just to let you know, Kirk's out. So Captain Kirk can go crazy on the bench. You can watch, but he's not going crazy on the field.
You mean Kirk Cousins or?
Oh, okay. Wait.
I was
thought
going to
it
say,
was- okay.
huh?
I was talking about Christian Kirk. There's too many. There's too many Kirks. Just that. Okay, yeah, he's playing today.
I was gonna say Captain Kirk
Yeah,
is definitely
my
not Mr. Irrelevant fucking Christian Kirk.
Yeah, my bad. I was just testing you. You know.
Yeah.
A booty bandit. What a name. Welcome. Would you say Flacco would get more than 2 passing touchdowns? I play picks.
Maybe. That's so hard to say.
It's possible. It's very possible. It's not out of the question.
Maybe.
Like that's not a bad. That's not a bad bet to throw out. Especially with how he played last week and with his receivers, and who they're playing. Like so, the Jets' offense, if they can't move the ball, that's only going to help the Bengals' offense.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, like, you know, Flacco has had good weeks and bad weeks. He also was, part of Cleveland, and
Yeah, well, you're gonna have bad weeks in Cleveland.
and last year, same thing. He had good weeks and bad weeks. But he can throw the ball. He can sling it still. So like that's not out of the question. It's not far fetched to say like there's a lot of other quarterbacks where I'd be more like I don't know if that's going to happen. Whereas Flacco, I could absolutely see that happening. Generations, hello. Pick 2: DJ Moore, Dobbs, Tez, Jennings, and Manor. I don't know how to say his name correctly. Tennessee rookie receiver. Who you got here, Strike?
Out of the who again? Sorry, our fantasy chat was
DJ Moore, Dobbs. God, Dobbs is on here a lot today. Like, I think
That's
he's
like
been
every fucking
definitely
question. Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Dobbs, Tez, Jennings,
Let's see that. Well, definitely Tez, without a doubt. I'm really big on Tez this week. I got Tez for an anytime tutty, like 100% it's happening. I think that's my lock, bro. Like Tez is definitely my lock this week. Outside of that,
just a little bit more before I answer this question. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Outside of that, it's a toss up to me. I probably either go Dobbs or Jennings. Honestly, I probably go Dobbs. It just depends, really. Like my big thing on like Jauan Jennings, right, is like, is he actually gonna is he gonna get locked the fuck down? Are they gonna double coverage Jauan Jennings and like lock him down because they're already beat up at the receiver position and stuff, and then they only pretty much have to cover Bourne and Pearsall, or not Pearsall, Kittle for the most part. So like, I don't know how Jauan Jennings' day is gonna go. I feel like he's either gonna have a really good day or a really bad day, personally. And then DJ Moore, fuck, dude. It's a hard question. Definitely Tez. What do you think about the second one, though? I like Dobbs.
Yeah, so Dobbs, he's his consistency is pretty decent. AO, absolutely not. Like, I can't trust the Titans' offense whatsoever in any aspect, no matter like who it is. It doesn't matter what the situation is either.
The Titans are not trustable.
Also,
they're so bad.
Who they're going against today? Like, no, just. I'm fading that so hard. There's no doubt he could get some decent stats, especially with like garbage time and stuff. Aside from that, I'm just sticking away from it. I don't want any part of it. DJ Moore. So with them playing Baltimore, so here's how I see it: Baltimore secondary, Cowboys secondary. The Bears played Cowboys week 3. And DJ only put up 12.8 yards against an ideal matchup. Baltimore, I would say, is an ideal matchup. So I would compare it to that. So, like, all right, let's say 13 points. Who's going to get more than 13 points? I think Dobbs and Tez. Mm-hmm. Jennings could throw up more than 13, but there's no consistency there. I don't trust it. He could pop off for 20. With Mac Jones and inconsistency and Bourne being there and Kittle coming back, I don't truly trust Jennings, so I would go Dobbs and Tez with maybe looking at DJ Moore as maybe him being a pop-off candidate. He has not the spark isn't there. It's just Doomsday is getting all the love, in the running game.
It seems like Rome and Caleb really have a connection.
Yeah, so I would go with Dobbs and Tez. I definitely would not go AO, and DJ Moore. I could throw him in there, and then Jennings after that if I wanted to. But that's kind of more who I'm going with.
Yeah.
I'm taking a flyer on AO and 2 leagues today, mostly just based off usage. Yeah, like he could put up like some numbers in garbage time, and he just really like that Titans offense has just been bad. It's been really. The whole team's been bad. So like, there's not even help on like the defensive end, getting turnovers or there's no spark there.
Do you think it's Cam Ward, or do you think it's the surrounding cast around him?
I don't know. I haven't watched the Titans enough to know. I haven't been paying as much attention. Like last year, everyone was locked in. Everybody was locked in on Caleb Williams, like generational talent, and we were like, no, like
Yeah.
maybe coming up, maybe eventually gets, but generational talent, really? Like,
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. That's a big word to throw
We both
around.
called his bluff on that last year.
Yeah, and he
That's for
still
sure.
hasn't, like, he has done better this year. I will give him that. Like,
Yeah, but he's
but
not
when you're the-
generational talent. Like,
yeah.
he's not a fucking Tom Brady. He's not a Peyton Manning or Drew Brees, Philip Rivers, Big Ben. Like, he's not like one of
Mahomes,
those. Like, yeah,
like Mahomes is more like that's someone who you would think like putting up numbers like that.
yeah,
He is. This is his second year, but Mahomes coming out, his first year or two, like he really started making a name for himself.
yeah.
So anywho, but yeah, so I don't know Ward. I have not really paid attention to him. I couldn't tell you if it's his team, it's him, his mechanics. I don't know. I haven't been paying as much attention.
Gotta get down to Dud's question. What's up, Dud? How are you doing, man?
I'm in a tough spot here. Coleman, Jennings, or any available
free agent in our leagues?
Let's see who's going against.
Let's
Am
look
I
at
playing dead? That depends on my advice. Now, I always give advice like if there was someone else in some other league and I was just trying to give them my best advice.
Oh shit!
who
I
is
gotta play
available?
Josh this week. Fuck.
Man, I was like, ooh, Ryland has shit players. I'm winning this week. They're all on bye, and then he went and made a trade, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, that's a
Yeah.
good trade. Fuck. So, let me see who's available. Wide receiver, free agent.
I think you should put Tim Tebow in for sure.
Well, you can't do Slayton because he's on waivers until Tuesday. Noel's either one of the Texan wide receivers might be okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
Like over Jawan Jennings though, I don't know.
Wow, I
And Keon.
didn't even think about Hutchinson, but he just hasn't put up any numbers whatsoever. But he's been like involved. Yeah, I just don't. Washington, Malik Washington, Lazard, maybe.
But like over the receiver over Keon and Jawan though, that's the thing. Like I like these guys for this week, but I don't know if I like them enough to start them every one of those. So
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
all right, sounds good. But yeah, I don't know if I like that enough to start like Noel or Higgins over them. Like I think like one of those two like has to have a really good week for Houston if they're gonna be competitive at all in that game. So either Higgins or Noel, one of them's gonna have to be productive, that's for sure. But I don't know if I like that more than Jawan Jennings or Keon Coleman. I've been like weird on like Jawan Jennings like all like morning this morning and stuff like that because like I've been weird on him like all year really just because of like how the Niners team is built and like the injuries that they have and other shit like that, right? Like it's like is he gonna get double teamed and then like are they gonna leave Kendrick Bourne open? But Kittle's back now and like he's been back since last week, so it's definitely like one of those things where it's a big question mark. Like I think I would probably let me look at Keon's stats real quick. Keon. So, yeah, kind of like what I expected. Honestly, like I probably don't start Keon this week just because like his ceiling is 25, but he got in week 1 against Baltimore. His secondary's beat the hell and has underperformed all year long. But outside of that, he's pretty much got single digits every single game so far this year. So that's one of those things where it's like, if I were you, I would probably go Jawan Jennings. More than likely, because I don't know, because he hasn't even done shit either, dude. Like, I thought he did more than that. But like, honest, like I don't know, dude. He's due. Both of these guys are due. That's for sure. But then like, it's a thing in Houston. Like Noel or Higgins, they're both due as well. So everybody's due. Like someone's gonna have a really good week this week out of those players. It's just a matter of who. If you have the open spot on your team, like I wouldn't drop Coleman or Jennings for one of those two Houston receivers. But if you have an extra spot, maybe you take the chance of Noel or something.
Well, even Hutchinson could have a good week too. I just like Hutchinson, Higgins, Noel. Like you're just guessing at that point. I don't
Yeah.
know which of those three receivers is really going to do it. But the same with like Jennings and Coleman. Like I don't know that they'll like you said. I think one of the five that we just mentioned, Coleman, Jennings, Higgins, Noel, or Hutchinson. I think one of those five will have like get into double digit fantasy points. I just don't know like who. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd lean more Jennings. I
that's what I'm
guess out of
leaning
all of
Jennings,
them.
but like,
But like, yeah, I don't know. It's so hard. Also, I think Dink's gone. But I was just I was just testing everyone on Captain Kirk.
oh yeah, yep,
So
yep. Waddle or
I'm just a good
Tez?
actor, so
Who should we start this week, Waddle or Tez for wide receiver? You already know my answer, Tez Johnson. Tez is my lock this week for sure, and I also don't trust like Waddle's good. It's nothing against Waddle, and it's everything against his quarterback. That's what it really comes down to, and I'm pretty sure Tua was questionable coming to this week, right? I think he's playing, but
we'll play. Yeah, we'll play Sunday. Yeah, he was questionable with the illness.
Nick Mangold passed away. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. Waddle has had some pretty good weeks. He's kind of been like boomer bust. He's put up 2, 7, 7. He's also put up 15, 23, 14, 17.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're playing the Falcons. The Falcons have their defense has been pretty solid this year.
They have,
They have been actually
especially the past couple games.
Yeah. And so it's hard for me to trust Waddle. However, Waddle can put up numbers. So but Tez, I think Tez might be a better option just because look who's throwing to him. Oh, Quinn Ewers is the backup for Miami.
Really?
Yeah, that's not a great backup.
No. Well, the thing is with Miami too is I don't know if you saw this. It says he's been added to the injury report. This is 2 hours ago with an illness, but will have no game designation status at all or anything. So he's expected to play today, but it's a question mark. Which
he's feeling bad.
Knowing Tua and putting his blame on him and the rest of his, or putting his blame on the rest of his teammates instead of himself, he's probably like, "Yeah, you guys got this. I'm just gonna sit out today. I'm sick. Like, I'll put it on you guys again today." Fuck you know. Tua is such a joke, dude. But I definitely start Tez this week because of that.
What's up, fellas? Welcome, Pluto and Dud. I think Dud was already in here. Nice to see you, Pluto. All right, we finally caught up to the. Oh wait.
Higgins and Noel have their chance for sure, but like I said, like we've been talking about this all morning. Like someone has to do something on that team, but it's like who the fuck is it going to be? Because Higgins hasn't done shit like all year, and Noel hasn't done shit up until the last game. So it's like who the fuck's it going to be?
and also, maybe no one does anything. Houston's offense has not looked impressive whatsoever. Like. There's been a lot of regression there. So maybe no one does anything. It might just be a defensive game. But someone will catch a ball or two. So there will be some point somewhere. I couldn't tell you on who it would be. So, all right, last thing until when then we're caught up. Max wants to know thoughts on my team.
Whoa.
Oh, what just happened?
Did Bryce Harper just get traded to the fucking Red Sox? Red Sox trade offer lands Bryce Harper and Blockbuster. Whoa.
Oh shit!
Is this true? Sorry, I know this is baseball, but hold on.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge name to be thrown around trade talks. While you're looking up that, Max said thoughts on my team: Mayfield, Barkley, Javonte Williams, McConkey, Sutton, Dobbs, Kincaid, Falcons D, Aubrey. I like Mayfield. They're obviously our better quarterbacks this year. However, he's having about the year that I expected. I definitely I like Mayfield. Let's see, what is he in fantasy football? What's crazy is both me and Shrek were talking about both of us like Bo Nix and Baker Mayfield this year, and in projections, they were like off by like 1 or 2 points over the whole entire duration of the season. They're currently 3 points apart, so like they're like they're going hand for hand, kind of what we figured. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're ranked 7 and 8. So Mayfield's a solid starter. Um, and he's pretty much in the tier up until. mm, I would say he's in the second tier right now, with probably like from Dak Prescott to Stafford. That's 136 fantasy points to 150 fantasy points. Then you have two guys who are doing quite a bit better, Mahomes and Herbert. So, that's a solid quarterback right there. Barkley is not having the year we thought he would. Like, he just hasn't been. Like, you expect Barkley to be. Well, in fact, I don't think he's top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. He is ranked 14th right now for a first round pick. That's not what you want. However, you do have someone who probably is having a much better year than anyone thought. Javonte Williams. He now is 1, 2.
I thought
3,
Blue
4,
was that guy.
6. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to pick Javonte Williams, because I thought Blue was going to come in and eventually take over that role over time, and he hasn't. But Javonte Williams has pretty much been your Barkley, and your Barkley has been your Javonte Williams. So the fact that you have 2 top 15 running backs, that's pretty good. McConkey has been very slow to start, but he has had 3 back-to-back weeks that have been good. Right? 4. He's had 4 back-to-back-to-back weeks. So if you sat on him and didn't trade him away when he was throwing up duds, he has had much better weeks. And he's actually now top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's ranked 9th right now, tied for 9th. So that's pretty solid. I like Sutton, however. He had a slow start and has, I believe, picked it up. Oh yeah, he's only 8 points behind them. So,
Bryce Harper did not get traded, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, okay. That was clickbait.
Oh, apparently, he's not happy because of
It
the
was
name.
just talks.
It was talks, and Bryce Harper's not happy because he felt like it was pretty much disrespectful that they would even consider fucking trading him and stuff like that after everything with Philly and shit. So it's not true though. I about shit a brick, dude. I about shit a fucking brick. I was about to holy fuck, no way.
Mags Sutton is doing pretty good as well. He's had a good season. He's had 5 good weeks, 2 bad weeks. So it wasn't like a slow starter or anything like that. Just a couple weeks where he wasn't the man.
Sorry,
And
I'm
then
trying
who else you
to
got?
get my shit working here.
And then you got Dobbs. How many people are in your league? Mags, is it 10? This looks like a 10-man. But yeah, this has got to be like a 10-man. Yeah, 10 PPR. Okay, that's what I figured. I can look at people's rosters and pretty much almost instantly figure out if it's 8-man, 10-man, 12-man, or even 14-man. So McConkey, Sutton, Dobbs. How is Dobbs doing? He's not having as good as year, but he's an okay wide receiver most weeks. Gets you about 10 points. And then Kincaid. So I do like your team. I imagine you're maybe a little over 500 in your league.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my player location thing to fucking re-download here. If you keep seeing random shit pop up on my screen, guys.
Maybe even 500. Yeah, I bet you're somewhere around 500 on your win-loss. You're either just above or just below or right at. just because I know McConkey has been hard to stay with, but he's picked it up. Sutton's had on and off weeks, mostly on weeks. Dobbs has put up some good. He had a good week, a bad week, and then mostly solid. Kincaid's really picked it up. Falcons D is playing pretty well, and then Aubrey is fucking. I love Aubrey. By the way, this is the week, guys. 70-yard field goal coming in. I know it's not Mile High Stadium anymore, but we're calling it Mile High.
Yeah. It is still Mile High, just like the Steelers Stadium still forever Heinz Field. Dude, what the fuck? DraftKings
Max, I like your
keeps
team.
saying I can't locate my fucking.
I hate that
location.
shit, man.
It's like I haven't moved. Like,
Yeah, we will be ending the stream in a little over 15 minutes, so that me and Shrek can do our picks and finalize everything for ourselves. I hate what I don't like is we get down to the wire, we wait 10 minutes before, and then we can't get our picks in, or they're rushed or whatever. Just
Yeah.
because you don't have time, yeah, we could do them sooner, but some people aren't active or we don't know, so there's no point in us doing our bets early or whatever.
yeah.
So, but yeah, Max, I like your team. I imagine you're pretty close to 500 or right at, but I do like your team overall. I don't know what your depth is, but this should be a solid team.
If anybody would like to follow up on my lock of the week, I'm going to be doing that here in just a second.
Pick up Woody Marks. You guys know any sleeper running back?
Not really. Outside of Bam Knight's not playing this week, so it doesn't really have taken to play. Vidal,
So-
he already played for the Chargers, so you're kind of limited as the week goes on here. But Woody Marks is definitely one of those running backs where he's going to get some touches.
I think by the end of the year he'll be the running back.
Yeah.
What I like a sneaky play. I think Ford for Cleveland's going to get traded, and he could go to a team where he could produce for you. So if, you want a sleeper running back who might get you something, maybe pick up Ford and hope he gets traded this week or something.
That was hot.
I'm trying to think of what. So in our league, our league goes deep. So it's kind of. Let me go to this other league, or not. It's not as deep. Let me see if there's any free agents there. Isaiah Davis maybe, but he's you have Brees Hall coming back. But if Brees Hall gets re-injured or anything like that, oh I know. If he's still available, what the fuck is his name?
Hold on.
Give me a second.
Shrek's cooking right now.
Oh boy. I'll tell you, you're gonna burn down the kitchen.
We're cooking right now, guys.
Let me find his name for you real quick.
If this hits, we're going back to San Diego.
No. Where the fuck? Oh, here we go. So I don't know how to say his name, but Kyle Managanai, the
Yep,
the
that's
Bears.
exactly how you say it. You killed it.
What's yeah, I got it right on, right? The Bears backup running back rookie from Rutgers. I think he's someone decent. I'm trying to think of people who are still available in your league or whatever, who people might not know about. He had a good week last week, but I think it was, because of the game script. So I don't think he necessarily comes out and takes a job or anything, but he could get some touches. Aside from that, it's really hard. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head other running backs that are available in your league. Elio,
Yeah.
Dobbins or Henry?
Fuck. I like Dobbins' matchup a lot this week personally,
Yeah,
but
I like Dobbins' matchup, but like I think you can run against the Bears.
yeah.
Um,
Is he gonna fumble
so
though?
oh yeah, that's true. So I would go Dobbins as more of the safer pick, who can get like some good value. I think he's gonna get double digits for sure. Um, but Henry could throw up, he could carry the Ravens and get him a win this week. Like it could just, will it happen? I don't know. He went over for 100. He went over 100 last week, but he had no touch. He's very like touchdown dependent, or he just has to get a whole bunch of yards.
Yeah. It's really hard to never pick Derrick Henry because of like
Oh, you're
how
doing
good he
fine.
actually is. Who, me?
No. Well, yeah, you are, but Mags is as well. I'm
I'm
surprised.
suing, I'm suing five for some really shitty reasons. For some really shitty reasons.
Yeah.
No one's even close
Stevenson,
to getting the amount of points scored on him this year, except for me.
KBJ says Stevenson, Pollard, or Marks. What's weird is I don't know how Stevenson still has a fucking job and how Henderson
Yeah.
hasn't taken it from him.
Yeah.
I actually traded Henderson away, expecting him to get like more value, and he just has they still go with Stevenson. I don't understand it. They
Yeah.
are 5-2, so like I don't know. They know what they're doing. They're winning. Doesn't matter. Um, I don't like. I'm not big on Pollard because he's now back to his
I
timeshare.
I definitely am
With
also completely steering away from Ramondre Stevenson this week too because they're playing the Browns defense, and the Browns defense is very good as well. So
yeah, they're very good against the run.
that team isn't good, but their defense is very good. So that being said, I don't know that I would start Ramondre this week. Tony Pollard, I feel like, is quite literally the Titans' offense. So, but they're also playing the Colts.
And he's splitting time with Spears. Like they went
Yeah,
43-57% snap count
yeah,
last week. He still put up
and
12
then
points. So like he's been putting up almost double digits or double digits every week. So but Spears just came back a couple weeks ago. So like the week before they were the exact opposite on snap count. So it's kind of you could just call them a 50-50 timeshare split. Um, so it's hard to trust Pollard. Stevenson with their matchup, I don't know. Marks, that I think I would lean more Marks. But he's also in somewhat of a timeshare with Chubb. So it's really hard. Like all three of those are not ideal options. I think if I had to
yeah.
choose one, I would.
If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Woody, just because I feel like he has the
Yeah.
most potential this week. Because the Titans are just hot ass in offense, and Pollard was pretty much the offense until Tajay came back, and now they're splitting that role. Stevenson's playing the best run, or arguably one of the best run defenses in the league. Maybe not number one, but one of the best. And
Like I think
then
the only way
Woody,
Stevenson gets like points is like with some like screens or targets out of the backfield. I think his receiving props would get him points more than his rushing props.
yeah, for sure.
So
I'd probably pick Woody, but that's like a pick your poison type of question for sure.
my I think the way I would line it up would be Marks, Pollard, Stevenson. That's how I
Yeah,
think I would go.
pretty much same.
Now
I also
Stevenson,
I was gonna say I also don't trust Ramondre. That's the thing too, because like
he's one fumble away from just like giving
yeah,
it all up. Like I don't know how he's still in there, but he is, and he's still producing some. So like, but yeah, he's a fumble away from just like I don't know. Like, but the way I would order it is Marks. I'd go Marks, then Pollard, then Stevenson.
yeah. And then for the second question, Kincaid or Kelsey? That's a good question. Honestly, Kincaid obviously it looks like he is playing today, but it's a matter of how healthy he's going to be actually today too. So I wonder I don't think he'll be on a snap count. Like I think at this point in the season, I just don't think the Bills would have played him if he was like that close. So like if he's playing, he's probably going to get some like good like normal action and stuff. But that's also up for debate as well. Kelsey doesn't play till Monday night against the Commanders. It's a good question. They're both good fantasy tight ends. I probably lean more towards Kincaid, but I don't think Kelsey is a bad option for you there as well. I mean, like I said too, because Kincaid he was a maybe. Like, I'm gonna go check his status and stuff like that again. But I think I'm like 99% sure he is playing. Oh shit! Today's National Tight Ends Day. Damn, I didn't put enough tight ends in my parlays.
Yeah, last year when this happened, all the tight ends popped off. If y'all remember last year, like tight ends were non-existent until whatever, I guess week 7 or 8 or whatever it ended up being, and then it just went bonkers from this week on with tight ends. Like it was wild. It was absolutely wild. But yeah, Elio.
Yeah. Kincaid is playing.
If you want a sneaky running back, like, and Ford might not get traded. It might be a waste, but he is someone who, like, it would make sense that they could trade him, based on who the Browns have. and there are teams in need of running backs, so I could see it being legit where someone could go after someone like Ford, and it pay off for you. Aside from that, I really don't know who else would be sneaky other than some others we mentioned. Man, my voice is starting to go out.
Need some tea.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making my tight end parlay of the week here. What I'm cooking. Wait, why is this only a pick 2? I definitely pick more than just those 2 fucking people. What the fuck?
We will be ending the stream here shortly. We'll be wrapping it up here. So if y'all have any last minute questions, go ahead and ask them. If it's y'all's first time here, go ahead and give us a follow. We go live 3 hours before kickoff every Sunday, or close to 3 hours. Lately, it's been like, I don't know, 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. We had one bye week. Every team gets a bye week, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What else?
All right. I can pull up my two locks as well before we end stream here as well.
We'll be trying to go live on YouTube within the next couple weeks. So we're going to try to open up to that too.
It'd be nice if we can get TikTok going as well. I've streamed on TikTok before, so I feel pretty comfortable doing that part. Let me relog in real quick so y'all can see this if anybody wants to ride this with me.
Just don't show your login information.
I'll show all of it. I like to show my social security number on stream, actually.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to do. Let's see if my bets still show. Okay, cool. My bets do still show. Also, on the Thursday night game, I had McConkey anytime tutty, Addison anytime tutty, and then with the running back situation, I don't know how it was going to work. Naheem Hines, the old Colts running back dude, he plays for the Chargers now.
I remember him.
And they brought him they elevated him off the practice squad, and I had to give him a chance because he was like plus 1,500, and he was on for the last couple plays, bro, and I was trying to get a garbage time tutty out of him. That would have been nice.
Yo, that would have been dope.
That was like 5 to win like $1,000 too.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been huge. Today's is 5 to win 1,385. We have an Adunze touchdown, a Tej Johnson touchdown, Scatterboo touchdown, George Pickens, and Troy Franklin touchdown as well.
I really like that.
I really like this.
How much does that pay out?
That's 5 to win 1,385 and 40 cents.
I like that.
I like this. This is like, I like this a lot. I like the Tez a lot. I like Rome going against the Ravens weak secondary. Scat's going to get his fucking head bashed into a concrete wall, but he's going to get in the end zone anyways. And Pickens and Franklin. I feel like the Cowboys Broncos game is going to be a shootout, dude. I really do. That's going to be a hell of a game.
I like Sutton with a touchdown
then-
today. I really do.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow. Follow. And then I had to do this for National Tight Ends Week. Dallas Goedert, anytime tutty. Hunter Henry, anytime tutty. Jake Ferguson, anytime tutty. And Dalton Schultz, anytime tutty as well. So that is.
Ooh, I like the Schultz tutty because the receivers. Yeah, that's good.
That's
Yeah,
5
I
to
picked up
win,
Schultz in one of my
227 and 30 cents. So I'm liking today's parlays. I'm only gonna make these 2 because TwitchCon is expensive. We'll simply put it that way. But
Yeah. Also, y'all are able to subscribe to the channel. If y'all like the channel more than just following, you want to support us a little bit more, y'all are more than welcome to subscribe. Or if you have the Amazon Prime, it's free. But yeah, we appreciate all the support.
yeah, I think we're gonna get ready probably and wrap it up here for y'all. But
Yeah. I'm good.
if anybody wants the ride these parlays, here's a good time to take a little screenshot or a little picture in your phone. If you want, here's the pick 4 for the tight ends this week. If you want to ride along with me, and then here's the pick 5 for the receiving running back touchdown, which I'm huge on this one. I like both of them today actually a lot.
You don't want Javonte Williams with a touchdown?
Javonte,
Too soon?
yeah, that's still too soon. That motherfucker.
Oh shit, dude!
That was like $900. Yeah.
I know, like half a yard short.
Literally.
Oh,
Literally, dude. Like a fucking.
yeah. So the backstory there is Trex hit on a couple like some of his more consistent bets where they're not so it's not thousands of dollars or anything, but like 70, 100, something like that. And then and he had one. Who were they playing? Was it?
It was. I forget. It was Cowboys and. I fucking forget, dude. But
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. It was
long
like
story
week 4 or
short.
5.
Long story
And
short.
he was like
yeah.
half a yard, like not even. I mean, he got hit like on his hip, and it looked like he was gonna be able to stick the ball out, and he just couldn't. And that's all Shrek needed to hit his whole bet, and it would have been
like-
$900.
Yeah, it was like 5 for
It was
just
inches.
over 900. Yeah, I was like,
Inches
oh my
short.
God, dude. Like, you couldn't even put like you could have hit like a soda can between like the ball and like the fucking line, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's how close it was, dude. It was literally like probably like 5 inches or something. Like it was close, dude.
So
But-
fuck him up.
Yeah. That didn't sit too well with me. But alrighty, I'm ready to watch some football, and then I'm ready to watch the Steelers game tonight as well. So big W there.
Sir.
But I hope the rest of y'all have a great rest of your day. If you do copy any of the bets or you make any of your own bets, best of luck with that. I hope you win your money like you should. So, but good luck with that. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully you win money and your fantasy teams do well, like we're saying. And yeah, have a good start to the beginning of your week for Monday tomorrow. So, and just enjoy the rest of our Sunday. And hopefully it's very slow and we can enjoy these football games as much as possible.
And join us next Sunday, same time, same place.
Yep.
Fuck 'em up.
Fuck them up. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye-bye. Peace.